Hi, Matt with eTrailer. Today we're going to talk about the Benton Shifts&Grins Bike Rack on the back for a 2021 Nissan Murano. Now this is going to be a great rack if you're looking for something that doesn't need all the bells and whistles, but can carry a lot of different types of bikes. So the first thing I really want to talk about is going to be how our bike is interacting with our vehicle. So you can see here that we have plenty of space, even if you're on those bumpy roads. We're not going to make contact with our vehicle, and we won't damage our bike either. Now, if we want access to the hatch, we'll have to tilt this back. And what I like about this tilt back here is we're going to have this button that you press into. This just feels a little bit more just natural for me to tilt this back. It's going to have a pretty extreme tilt, and this is even going to be rated for some lighter e-bikes. But from here, we can open up our hatch and gain access here. This is going to be great if you're out and about, you need to throw some groceries here, you can do that. Or if you want to get ready for your ride. You can grab your helmet, have plenty of space here to put your foot down, and even tie your shoe. And when you're ready, you can close this up, put this back into the seated position. And to do that, all you have to do is push on the bike till it clicks into place. Now, if we want to take a closer look at this rack, I'm going to remove my bike. And where I'm going to start is going to be with this rear strap. Just make sure you press on that. That will release, and then you can just get it out of your way. Same thing for the front side. That's kind of what gives us a better hold, is that not only do you have that front ratcheting hook, but also the strap. And with that out of the way, you can take off that hook. What I like about this is you can actually, by pressing down on the button, fully remove this hook. I personally like that because it just gets it out of my way completely. I don't have to worry about knocking into a pedal or handle. Also, something to note, when you are using this, you can also mount it to the frame too. So if you like the way it holds onto the frame, because typically it holds on better, you have that option. Or if you have a carbon frame bike or a bike with a really nice paint job, you don't have to worry about scuffing it up by attaching it to the tire. And with that done, I can take it out for a ride. Now, when it comes to putting everything back into place, it is important you put that hook on now, because this is kind of a pro and con for me. Pro, gets out of your way. Con is really easy to lose if you don't put it back on. And when I do that, I'll typically rotate it to the other side and use the strap here to hold it into place if you're on some really bumpy roads. The same thing for the back side. And now we can get a couple measurements. The first one I like to get is the ground clearance. So going from the lowest point back here, that's going to be 17 inches. So that's going to be pretty good in most cases, even if you're going up some steep inclines like a driveway or a parking lot. Now for the total distance it sits away, this is going to be sitting about 30 inches, which is pretty good for a 2-bike carrier, but we can even save more space. The way we can do that is by pressing on that button, and this time pushing up. We push up like this, then we don't have to worry about it taking up as much space, and that's going to be exactly just about a little bit over 16 inches. So not the most compact, but compact and more compact than a lot of other options. And from here, what's nice about this is if we look at the very top, it's not getting in the way of our license plate. Our backup camera is probably going to pick it up some, so I can probably rely on my back window or my mirrors if I was driving or backing up somewhere. And our taillights won't be obstructed either. And the way it's going to install is we're going to have your 2-inch shank, and that's going to go into your 2-inch hitch receiver. And we'll have an anti-rattle bolt go through, connect to a nut, and we'll have a safety clip at the very end of that. But what I like about this whole process is we'll have this alignment collar. That'll make it really easy every time you take it in and out, because you don't have to worry about trying to find that pinhole. Now, in my opinion, I think this is a pretty solid choice. One of the big things here is you can actually completely remove this and fold that shank up so it doesn't take up too much space in your garage. But Out of all the other options of storing in your garage, I don't think it's the most compact. The most compact would probably have to be the Thule Outpace. I like that one because it's also really light, a little bit lighter than this, so I don't have to worry about lugging up any stairs or having to fight with it. But with this one, you also have the ability to mount it to the tire, so it can accommodate those bikes with a really nice paint job. Now, the Thule Outpace, it's going to be directly mounted to your frame, so if you don't want anything touching your frame, I'd stick with this. But of course, if you guys have any other questions, please let us know here at eTrailer. And again, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.